Mount Rainier in the distance. There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Ready?
They go play action here on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Seahawks at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Walker has it. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
79 Broncos. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 18, Pioneer.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Titans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Jones. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle it behind the line.
Trap 50.
2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
18 Cardinal. Lightning, 18.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Open man is Atwell, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jones now on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A first down carry for Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Able to connect with Dotson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Back to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Warriors, 17.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
2nd and 11 now.
Cowboy 80.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He's going to field this at the 4. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones, off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On now is the Titans punter, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take the...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Normally, we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game. I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is taken in by Njoku. And it's a Titans touchdown. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Let's go.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
19 right.
Now back to throw. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Room here to run. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
2nd and 2. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Henry running right. And able to get this to the 31. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. On 2nd and 12, Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, You see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
18, pioneer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darren Hall. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. If you combine last... he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Come on, set. Field, clap. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
On first down, McCann. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
50 yards on the ground for him so far. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown! Rondale Moore, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. Now this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Let's go.
This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23. Slot man moves right. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? back to Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. As again, it was still 1:20 left to go in the game. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. McCann. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for the Titans. 61 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Titans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.